Hello students, today I will be teaching you the concept of matrices. See, this is one of the easiest concept and the scoring one. So let's learn in detail. First of all, what is a matrix? It's a rectangular arrangement of elements, it may be numbers or alphabets, in the form of rows and columns. Okay. So for example, these are some of the examples of matrices. Okay. So these are some of the examples of matrices. So in this, the horizontal lines are called as rows. Okay. And the vertical lines are called as columns. Okay. So in this second example, this represents the rows. So one represent the element in first row, two represent the element in second row, and both 1 and 2 are the column elements. So each element in the matrix, each entity in the matrix is called as an element. Now let us learn how to find the order of a matrix. So this is very important. So in order to find the order of a matrix, I have taken few examples. See here, in order to write down the order of a matrix, first we need to write down the number of rows into number of columns. Okay. So in the first example, see, there are two rows, that is two horizontal lines, row 1, row 2. So since there are two rows, I'll first write down the number of rows, that is 2, into, now you need to count the number of columns here. See, there are two columns. So I'll write down the number of columns here. So this is number of rows into number of columns. So this is an example of 2 cross 2 matrix. See, in the second example, we have two rows. So 2 into, there is only one column, so 1. So this is a 2 cross 1 matrix. So in the third example, you have 3 rows. So 3 into, and there are 3 columns, 1, 2, 3. So it is a 3 cross 3 matrix. So here there are 3 rows. So 3 into, and there are only 2 columns. So this is a 3 cross 2 matrix. Here there is only one row. So 1 into, there are 3 columns. So this is a 1 cross 3 matrix. Here there are 2 rows. Okay. So 2 cross and 3 columns. So 3. So this is a 2 cross 3 matrix. Okay. Learning about the order of a matrix is very important because when you do the operations of the matrices, this will help you out. Next, let me explain the different types of matrices. The first one is a row matrix. So in this row matrix, there will be only one row in the matrix. Say for example, the first one, see, this matrix has only one row and 2 columns. There may be any number of columns, but there must be only one row. So the order of this matrix is 1 cross 2 columns are there, 2. Okay. Similarly, see, in this example, there is one row and 3 columns. So it is 1 cross 3. Okay. So In a row matrix, the number of rows must be equal to 1. Similarly, in a column matrix, the second one, here the number of column must be 1 and there may be any number of rows. See, in this example, there are 2 rows but only 1 column. So the order of this matrix is, since there are 2 rows, it is 2 cross 1. Okay. And here also there are 3 rows but only 1 column. The order of this matrix is 3 cross 1. So in a column matrix, there must be only 1 column. The third one is square matrix. For a matrix to be a square matrix, the number of rows must be equal to the number of columns. Okay. Say in this example, here there are 2 rows. Okay. And 2 columns. So it is 2 cross 2. Here the number of rows is equal to the number of columns. Okay. Similarly, in this example, there are 3 rows and 3 columns. So it is a 3 cross 3 matrix. So next, rectangular matrix. So in this rectangular matrix, the number of rows must not be equal to the number of columns. Here there are 2 rows whereas 3 columns. Okay. Here there are 3 rows and 2 columns. And these two are the example for a rectangular matrix. For a zero matrix, okay, here all the elements must be equal to 0. The zero matrix is also called as a null matrix. So it is a 2 cross 2 zero matrix, whereas this is a 3 cross 3 zero matrix. Okay. Next, diagonal matrix. For a matrix to be a diagonal matrix, first of all, it must be a square matrix. Okay. That is, the number of rows must be equal to the number of columns. And for it to be a diagonal matrix, all the elements must be 0 except the diagonal elements. See, this represents the diagonal elements. Okay. So, all the elements other than the diagonal elements must be equal to 0. Similarly, here all the elements are 0 except the diagonal elements. Next, unit or identity matrix. Here, unit matrix is similar to this diagonal matrix except one thing, that is the diagonal elements must be equal to 1. For a diagonal matrix, the diagonal elements may be 1 or may not be. Here the diagonal elements must be 1. Okay. So this is an example of 2 cross 2 unit matrix. This is an example of 3 cross 3 unit matrix. The next concept is equality of matrices. Here, for 2 matrices to be equal, their orders must be same and the corresponding elements must also be same. Okay. Here, for example, there is a matrix A whose elements are 1, 3 and 2, 5. Suppose there is another matrix B which is also 1, 3, 2, 5. Okay. These 2 matrices are equal first if their orders are equal. See, this is a 2 cross 2 matrix. B is also of the order 2 cross 2. Okay. So these 2 matrices are of the same order and the corresponding elements must also be equal. Here the first row elements are 1, 3, second row elements are 2, 5. So the corresponding elements are also equal. Then only we say that these 2 matrices are equal. Okay. Hope you like this video. Kindly like, share and subscribe. Thank you.